Beethoven. Beethoven!
Hi there and welcome to another great episode of Gridiron Victoria Television. I'm Jamie Stafford. On tonight's program we'll cover the double header from Ranger Field, the morning game between the Monash Warriors and the Southeastern Predators, and in the afternoon we have the Gridiron Rangers taking on the Monash Barbarians. We'll also have action from the double header out at our Footscray ground, which include the game between the Bendigo Dragons and the Northern Raiders. So, for my colleagues Rory Drew and Danny Ratnapita, I hope you enjoyed the program tonight. Let's go straight to the action. Alright, so we're here at Ranger Field, a lovely eastern suburbs morning weather-wise as usual, for the morning game between the Monash Warriors and the Southeastern Predators. It believed that the Warriors won the toss and have elected to receive. The Predators will kick off as soon as they're finished with their pre-game rah-rah. Warriors use motion. Demon under center. Hits Prince out in the flat. Purple Rain up the right sideline. Makes a move. Stiff arm as well. And it's a fumble, actually. I'm not quite sure who's recovered it. I think it might be the Warriors, judging by the Predators' sideline reaction. And yes. Runs to the right with Gaudio. Hits the hole hard. Runs over a defender and into the end zone. That is a touchdown for the Warriors. First drive, first score, touchdown, 6-0 Warriors. Well executed offensive drive from the Monash Warriors. Back to return. And it's a keep, it's actually a fake. They're a chance to get a first down here. And they're going to be stopped just short. I reckon they're a yard short. And that is a turnover on downs. Gutsy play by the Southeastern Predators. It almost came off. Bit of argy-bargy between Kevin Reid and the Predators sideline. Demon back to pass. Looks to his right. And he's intercepted! Great play by the Predators defense, number 51, Ewan Canning. Fantastic play by the Predators linebacker, and the Predators have the ball back, and the Warriors have an injured player down on the field. Well, I think the Predators' biggest problem has been the issue of not actually having their starting quarterback. Jesse Sporton has done an admirable job with the Predators so far this year at the quarterback spot, but he isn't a quarterback, he's a wide receiver. I think the Predators have a lot of talent, both on offense and defense, but without a traditional or sort of genuine quarterback to help run the offense, and that is a tricky play from the Warriors on a punt return. Sorry to be interrupted. But the Predators' punt coverage team were able to stop it. And it is getting very chippy here at Ranger Field between the Preds and the Warriors. The Predators seem to be, in particular, targeting Prince Coleman, trying to rile him up, trying to throw him off his game. And at the moment, it appears to be working. Dearman under center. Dr. Foe back in the backfield. And Dearman runs the quarterback sneak. And should be enough for a first down. Only reinforcing my theory that quarterback sneaks are the greatest play ever invented on offense. Give the ball to Gaudio. Gaudio makes a move inside, and he is into the end zone. That is a touchdown. The Warriors starting to really stamp their authority on this game of football. They are now up 13-0. And the kick is away. It's a short kick. It's going to be caught by one of the Predators' wedge, and he actually does a really good job. Number 57. Hand up to the left, it's fumbled. Curley reaches back to recover, but no, the Warriors' defense have come up with a great play. Number 54 for the Warriors has picked up the fumble. Kieran Marini. Play action pass. Looking to his right. Hayden wide open, and he pulls in a fantastic catch. That's good for a gain of about 30 yards, 25, 30 yards. And it's a first down for the Monash Warriors. Calls Prince Coleman in motion. Play action pass, rolls out to his right. Wide open over the middle is Owen Hayden, and that is another touchdown for the Monash Warriors. They go up 20-0.
It's a funny looking quarterback sneak, man.
Well, you know what? You don't want to overuse something that great. Sporting under center. Big fourth down play for the Southeastern Predators. He goes for the sneak, and he's going to get it! What did I tell you, Rat Man? The sneak never fails. Jesse Sporton Again, Stafford-esque in his application of the quarterback sneak in space. That's probably the best chance they're going to have to make up the score difference. Play action pass. Demon's got someone out on the left. Prince Coleman has made a catch and he's away. And Trevor Marks is not going to catch him. That is going to be a touchdown. Prince Coleman, huge touchdown reception for the Monash Warriors. Again, the play action pass with the wide receiver on the going deep down the sideline again. With the score, it was a valiant effort from Marks to try and make up the ground, but Coleman just had too much speed. Purple rain all over it. And that is another touchdown for the Monash Warriors. They go up 26-0. And I think we've called an end to the first half. It's actually half time. As another flag, and this time I think it's going to be on Coach Wombat. Of the fourth quarter, we've got the Monash Warriors up over the Southeastern Predators 27-0. James Foe, the doctor in the backfield for the Warriors, operating out of the spread. Dearman, play action pass to the right. Pass down the right sideline. This time, he's got it! That is another touchdown for Dom Dearman. His third of the day. Russell Howell makes the reception. Had a drop earlier in the game on a similar type play. This time, Howell makes the catch. Nice confidence for the young player. And the Warriors will go up 34-0. And the Predators' defense are actually allowing a little bit of a hole here for Demon if he decides to take it. No, hand off to the left. The doctor, Jimmy Foe, gets to the outside. And he's in for the touchdown. Another score for the Monash Warriors. And takes this game to 39-0. And it's officially now advancing. I could be mistaken, but is that our good friend Mexico in the backfield? Who doesn't know how to take a handoff and is crushed in the backfield by number 79 for the Southeastern Predators. And that is the game, ladies and gentlemen. We're done here for the morning game here at Ranger Field. The final score, Monash Warriors 42, Southeastern Predators 0. We're going to throw it down to the field and try and get some post-game interviews. For the morning game, I'm Jamie Stafford with my co-host / cameraman, the Rat Man, Dan Ratnapintha. We'll be back for the afternoon game between the Croydon Rangers and the Monash Barbarians. So we're here post-game after the Monash Warriors dispatched the Predators 42-0. GVTV player of the game, Monash Warriors quarterback Dom Dearman. The big thing today obviously was the play-action pass. You guys were able to run the ball effectively, and every time you went for that play-action pass, it was a deep touchdown.
Yeah, for sure. Look, we dominated on the ground today, and yeah, which makes play action really easy, right?
42-0, huge win. Got to be happy with that.
Was that the score? Jeez, yeah. Look, man. It was one of those games where I didn't keep a look on the scoreboard. I'm out there. I heard a rumor that there was a wombat out here and a penguin coaching on the other team. Are we at Hillsville Sanctuary? I got some food for the wombat to calm him down. He's a very angry wombat.
Well, again, brilliant, insightful comments from Grantley O'Sullivan. 42-0, Monash Warriors win. That's it for us today.
Do I take this to Wombat?
Yeah, let's see how well that works out for you.
Okay. Well, I'll put my helmet on first. Thanks, guys.
Look, we ran out of bodies towards the end. We were always going to struggle against the weapons that the Warriors have. Again, we had to split up their moving O-line. It's probably one of the bigger O-lines in the league. We tried to do that. I thought once we started getting to the ball carrier, we weren't actually missing tackles. Once we got our shot on him, we took him down. Unfortunately, though, it was a couple of errors on coverage that killed us. And look, our offense, they're trying valiantly, but they're not taking any game time off the clock, and we're playing so many downs, and our defence are just getting beaten up. Our offence are working their guts out, and today was a Bitzer offence in that half our D were supporting them. So look, we're a first-year club starting to run into some first-year problems, but yeah, 42 is probably fairly reflective of the dominance of one side to another.
Stick around, GV fans. We'll have more for you after the break as Jamie Stafford brings you the highlights of the Rangers versus the Barbarians at Croydon.
Gridiron Victoria is now recruiting for its full uniform and equipment women's competition. If you're a woman over 18, you're eligible for GV's women's comp. There are currently 6 teams expected to play, in the Western Foxes in Footscray, the Northern Lady Raiders in Reservoir, the Melbourne University Chargers in Parkville, the Berwick Diamonds in Endeavour Hills, the Geelong Buccaneers in Corio, and the Ballarat Kestrels. not to mention a prospect team for next year in the Pakenham Storm. Be part of it all and go to gridironvictoria.com.au/women's.
So as we see, the Warriors came out on top there 42-0 over the Southeastern Predators. Meanwhile, at Endeavour Hills, the visiting Buccaneers would defeat the home team Berwick Miners 26-0. The Buccaneers would keep their winning streak alive as the only undefeated team in Gridiron Victoria for the 2014 season. Here are some of the highlights. Now bring you over to Jamie Stafford at Croydon for the Rangers and the Barbarians.
Petrarca split out to the right. Austin tries to roll out, Trapp steps back up to his pocket, throws. All right, open is Matthew Mackay, and that is a touchdown, Croydon Rangers. Cody Austin making it look easy at quarterback, even though he kind of messed up the celebration. But another touchdown for Matthew Mackay, one of the best tight ends in GV, safest pair of hands going around, and the Rangers jump out to a very early 6-0 lead. Ian Box with the kickoff. Number one for the Monash Barbarians, Travis Denise back to return, finds some room down the right sideline and gets a nice little decent return. Fumbled snap, Austin scrambles out to his left-hand side, he's going to keep it, he's got room to run, down the left sideline, he's broken through, and that is a touchdown to the Croydon Rangers off a broken play. Unbelievable offense from the Rangers. Another touchdown, and they've quickly jumped out to a 12-0 lead. Not very good contain on the outside from the Monash Barbarians. Sometimes the fumbled snap or a broken play can catch a defense off guard, but that's no excuse for that kind of defensive play. Far too easy for the Rangers quarterback to scamper away. Amato in the backfield, the sweep goes to him to the right-hand side, makes a nice stiff arm to get outside, still going, and does enough to get a first down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Rangers, again knocking on the door of another touchdown. Quarterback sneak, no, hand off to Amato over the right guard, and that is enough for a touchdown, and this is fast becoming a laugher. It's now 18-0 Croydon Rangers over the Monash Barbarians, still inside the first quarter. Man in motion. He's gone! They don't have enough of a push. Couldn't quite get the push on the offensive line. Very anticlimactic. And it'll be 2nd down and goal for the Monash Barbarians. They've got a tight end and a wing back in on the right, unbalanced again, looking for a sneak. Is he in? I don't think he is. He's short again. Again with the unbalanced look. They again go for the sneak. Nixon breaks a tackle. Gonna get the push. Surely he's in. Denise is on the right, calling for the touchdown, surely. And they're in! The 3rd time's a charm for the quarterback sneak on this occasion as Andrew Nixon finally scores. The score is now 19-6 in favour of the Croydon Rangers. Nixon on the sneak scores. I'm so proud. Number 82, Patrick Mould, back to kick for the Barbs, kicks away, back to return. Cody Austin, quarterback, pulling double duty on special teams. Looks to get to the right sideline, gets to the outside. Corralled in, makes the guy miss with the stiff arm, still running. Great return by Cody Austin, brings it out to the 43-yard line, and the Rangers offense will take over from there. Austin hands off to Amato, going right, cuts back up the middle, makes the guy miss, gets out to his right-hand side. He's got room on the right, can he outrun the defense? He's still going, knocked out of bounds, still going. Chris Peacock in the slot on the left, Boxy split out wide. Austin back to pass, under pressure, steps up into the pocket, throws over the middle, fires Matthew Mackay, and that's another touchdown. Croydon Rangers score again, 25-6 now is the scoreline, and the Rangers will come out with the extra point team to make it 26. Lines up, gets the kick away. Travis Denise for the Barbarians is back to return. Looks for room out the right side. He's got some blocks ahead of him. Again, Travis Denise, nice return, gets the ball out past midfield. Again, good work by the Barbarians kick return unit. Another quality return, and they'll set up on offense with good field position. Back to pass, looking to his right. Stays in the pocket, throws. Matty Mackay comes back, makes a great catch. Swarm of Barbarian defenders are there to make the tackle. Austin back to pass. Throws deep down the right sideline. The ball is short though, and it's picked off. And unfortunately slips over. Nixon in the shotgun. Back to pass. Throws out to his right. Good catch by Travis Denise. Breaks 2 tackles, gets up the right sideline, and eventually knocked out of bounds by Tyson Burgess. Austin back to throw, under pressure immediately, rolls out to his left, throws over the middle, finds Chris Peacock open, and he's through. That's a touchdown. Another touchdown to the Croydon Rangers. Great heads-up play by Cody Austin, rolling to his left, making an accurate throw. Peacock juggled the catch, but then made 2 Barbarian tacklers miss. He's into the end zone for another score, and it is now 32-6 in favour of the Croydon Rangers. Barbarians with the kickoff. Rangers QB Cody Austin back to return. And he looks like he might have room here. He's gone. He is gone. That is a touchdown. That caps quite the incredible statistical day for Cody Austin. Croydon Rangers demolition of the Monash Barbarians, 52-12. Next to me, the GVTV player of the game, putting in one of the greatest individual performances I've seen in recent memory. We'll give you the rundown. At quarterback, 4 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, and at the end, just for good measure, he threw in a kick return touchdown for us for 7 total touchdowns on the day. Cody Austin, hell of a game, mate.
Thank you, mate.
So you mentioned before that you'd never played quarterback before, even back home in the States?
Just little pickup games, nothing full pads or nothing, just like 7-on-7 pickup games, but nothing serious.
Yep. So after a 7 touchdown performance, is there any chance of you actually being a quarterback on a more permanent basis, or was this just a one-off?
I think it was just a one-off right now. Couple injuries, people out of town, so they just needed me to come play. So I tried my best and turned out all right.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I mean. Like today, I was surprised with the line. As I said, we didn't have all our starters in, but the guys we had played really well. It gave us a little bit of time. That Rangers secondary is really, really good secondary, and they're getting a lot of pressure. Doyle in the middle there is he's really hard force to play against. But yeah, like a couple of receivers were working really well. Zach's playing well, Marty's playing well, Paddy, like all our starters are playing well, putting a little bit too much pressure on themselves to get it done. And I think they're just sort of starting to figure out now to start to enjoy the game and come out and play for a bit of fun, take the pressure off themselves, and it'll start to work and get going.
A solid win for the Rangers. Stick around because there'll be more GVTV after the break when we bring you to Footscray for highlights of the Dragons and the Raiders. Welcome GVTV fans to this round 9 clash between the Bendigo Dragons and the Northern Raiders. The Dragons are one of the up and coming teams of the season, and the Raiders were also recently promoted but are currently winless. This clash is coming to you from the Western Crusaders home ground in Footscray. Raiders line up for the opening kickoff. And that one's going to be a touchback. 2-back set, Rodering under centre, drops back and hands off to John Whittle, who makes a very small gain. And what's going on there? A bit of a missile coming in over the top just before the whistle. Little unorthodox from the Raiders, but I like the intensity. Rodering back, drops, hands off to Kirkpatrick, who has a first down and then some. And finally the Raiders take him down, but that is a huge game. Rodering drops back, hands off to Whittle, and Whittle piles through for a touchdown. Rodering hands off again, it's to Whittle, and the Raiders are around him, and he's pushed, but that is no good, just short of the 2 points there. So, pitch, Kirkpatrick running up through the middle, breaks a couple tackles. Terrible defense by the Raiders at this point. Kirkpatrick is just killing it on the ground. Rodering fakes the handoff, skips out on the sack there, and he is off. That's a first down and a touchdown. So Raiders defense not doing very well here early. The Dragons are absolutely destroying them on the ground. 2-point conversion. Rottering under center, rolls out to the right-hand side looking for a receiver, and it's Trenton Bice over the middle for the reception. And a bit of a celebration there. Dragons are well in front. So after a flag on play, Rottering drops back again for the 2-point attempt, rolls out to the left, and it is Kane Nador in the back of the end zone. 2 points are good, and I can't see a flag this time, so Dragons firmly in control here. Rottering drops back for the pass, looking, got plenty of time here, not very much pressure coming from the Raiders at all. Rolls back to the right, and he's found a receiver in the back of the end zone. And that's Wade Honig on the reception there for the touchdown. So Rottering connecting with Honig, and not looking good for the Raiders. Raiders offense fakes the handoff, hands off to the second running back who managed to break a tackle and get around the outside. He's going to be short. It's a fumble, and it looks like the Dragons have recovered it here. So bad to worse for the Raiders as the Dragons come up with the ball. Rottering drops back, fakes the pitch, and wheels to the right-hand side, and he's got at least a first down here, and doesn't look like anyone's going to stop him. I believe that's another touchdown for Rottering. Rottering drops back to pass, plenty of time, looking over the top, and it's a one-on-one situation, and Farini Mofau brings in the ball for a touchdown, and not too troubled by the defense there. Rottering breaks one, and he's in for the 2 points. Rottering drops back to pass. Scrambles to the left-hand side, decides to tuck it and run, and cruises into the end zone. Dragons are scoring at will here. Kirkpatrick around the left side, and he's in for 2. Raiders handoff and smashed. Dragons defense comes up big. Raiders in punt formation. And the kick is off and hits just in front of the 30. Favorable bounce for the Raiders, but it has been fielded by the Dragons. And breaks a couple tackles, gets around the right, gets a couple blocks, keeps moving upfield, finally taken down. Rottering drops back to pass, pressure around the back, but gets free, and he's thrown for the end zone, and Kane Nador scores again. Bit of a celebration there from Kane. Rottering fakes the handoff, breaks 1, breaks 2, breaks 3. Finally brought down by the Raiders. Matthew Jeremy under center drops back to pass, and it has been intercepted by Thomas Prince for the Dragons. And I reckon he's going to get in here. So Matthew Jeremy can't catch him, and Thomas Prince has gotten into the end zone. It has been signaled a touchdown, and he spikes the football in celebration. So Thomas Prince gets into the end zone, but it will not be a score. As you can see here, his defensive teammate, Harry Jellin, in the neutral zone at the snap, and the Raiders will take the penalty and get away with that one. Matthew Jeremy drops back to pass, but it's been fumbled. Luke Rosengarten forces the fumble, and Zachary Parker Caldwell on the fumble recovery there, so the Dragons have got the ball. Rottering under center, and it's a handoff, and that is Mofau up the right-hand side and into the end zone. Rolls out to the right-hand side, and he's put it into the end zone. That's Kane Nador again. Another great celebration from Kane Nador. Rottering drops back to pass. He's got plenty of time. Evades 1 and passes for the end zone, and that is number 28 for the Dragons. The man with no emotions. Rob Hunter, the greatest poker face in the league. Very hard to read the emotions of this man. You know, he's a hard man to read, but I would imagine he'd be pretty happy the Dragons firmly in control of the Raiders at the moment. But then again, how could you tell? Rottering under center. And it's a pitch. And that is Kirkpatrick, but he has been taken down. Looks like behind the line of scrimmage, so the Raiders came up with a big play there. So they'll bring it into the game with the Bendigo Dragons victorious over the Northern Raiders with a scoreline of 64-0. GVTV's own Daniel Ratman Ratnapinta spoke with Matthew Jeremy of the Raiders.
Yeah, look, we're seriously undermanned coming in, so we always knew it was going to be a tough game, and it was. You know, they got up early, there was a lot of push and shove, but it's a physical game, and that just seemed to have rattled a few of our blokes, and that was that was the end of it pretty much. You know, yeah, we played a lot of catch-up football day. Put it that way.
Look, the condition of ground was pretty good. I thought Paul stepped up, but Paul will be the first one to tell you it's not about the quarterback, it's about the whole team, and the whole team played really well today. The O-line played well, the running backs played well, the receivers played well, and Paul just made it all happen. He connected all the dots today, and he did a great job out there.
Long time coming as quarterback. I enjoyed it, but like he said, you know, it's not me, it's not the center, it's not the receivers, it's the whole team coming together. Shout out to the O-line blocking well, and receivers catching the ball, running backs doing their thing in the backfield, and defense put another shutout out there. Yeah. So that was key for the match. You know, they kept the momentum going, 3 plays on, 3 plays off, and we're out there and doing our thing on offense, getting jiggy with it.
That's good, getting jiggy.
So the Dragons come out convincing winners 64-0 over the Raiders, and surely will be turning some heads as a newly promoted Division 1 team. In the late game, the Western Crusaders would host the Melbourne University Royals, who were bolstered in numbers by the Lions having a bye. The final score would be Crusaders 38, Royals 24. The Royals finally showing some signs of life after going winless so far this season.
Well, that's it for another episode of Gridiron Victoria Television. Another fantastic program put on by Channel 31 and the Rat Man, Danny Ratnapinta. We thank you for joining us, and we hope to have your company again for next week's program, where we'll be covering all the action from Week 10 of the Gridiron Victoria 2014 season. Thank you for joining us. For my colleagues Rory Jew and Danny Ratnapinta, have a nice evening. I'm Jamie Stafford.
Be sure to tune in next Monday at 7:30 for all the latest highlights in Gridiron Victoria. You can also catch up on past episodes and watch extended highlights of games at Gridiron Victoria's official YouTube channel. You've been watching Gridiron Victoria TV. See you next week.